Welcome to the deep end of the human psyche. If you've ever felt like you're winning a game only to realize you're actually being played, you've experienced the subtle art of emotional debt. Most people believe kindness is a gift, but in the world of high-stakes behavioral influence, kindness is often a loan with an astronomical interest rate. Today, we aren't just looking at behavior, we are dissecting the architecture of influence to ensure you are never the victim, and always the strategist. Have you ever wondered why you feel an unexplained sense of guilt after someone does you a favor you didn't even ask for? That's because they aren't being generous, they're opening a line of credit. Keeping score is the most effective way to paralyze a person's autonomy. By tracking every minor gesture, a manipulator creates an invisible ledger. In their mind, a cup of coffee they bought you months ago entitles them to a massive sacrifice from you today. To master this dynamic, one must realize that whoever holds the scorecard holds the power. By constantly referencing past good deeds, you force the other person into a permanent state of psychological debt, making it impossible for them to say no to your future requests. In the realm of high-level behavioral analysis, we see conditional kindness as a form of intermittent reinforcement. This is the drip feed of affection used to train humans like lab subjects. By only providing warmth, praise, or support when the subject performs a specific action, you rewire their dopamine pathways. They become addicted to your approval because the threat of its withdrawal is always lingering. To use this effectively, one must recognize that total coldness leads to rebellion, but inconsistent kindness leads to obsession. This push-pull dynamic keeps the target constantly off balance, perpetually searching for a win that you only grant when they serve your interests. To truly transform a human being, you must first dismantle their current foundation. Constant criticism isn't actually about the flaws of the target, it is about the erosion of the self. When you critique the smallest details, how someone speaks, how they think, how they manage their time, you force them into a state of hypervigilance. Eventually, they stop trusting their own internal compass and begin looking to you for the correct way to exist. This creates a vacuum of identity that you can then fill with your own influence. It is the ultimate tool for human transformation, turning a confident individual into a hollow vessel that relies entirely on your validation to feel worthy. When a strategist is at risk of being exposed, they utilize the defensive mirror, also known as projection. This is the art of the preemptive strike. If you are the one being deceptive, you must be the first to accuse the other person of dishonesty. False accusations serve a dual purpose. They force the other person to spend all their cognitive energy defending their innocence, which leaves them no resources to investigate your actual behavior. By projecting your own shadows onto others, you effectively camouflage your own actions. In educational psychology, we study this as the externalization of conflict, but in practice, it is the ultimate smokescreen that keeps you untouchable while your target is forced onto the witness stand. Understanding these pillars allows for a total human transformation. Whether you are using this to build a more resilient version of yourself, or to navigate high-stakes social environments, the goal is psychological sovereignty. True mental improvement comes from recognizing these patterns in real time. By deconstructing how these mechanisms work, you move from being a pawn on the board to the grandmaster. You learn to recognize the debt before it's owed, and the criticism before it takes root. This isn't just about dark psychology. It's about the evolution of social intelligence and the total mastery of your human environment. The most dangerous person in the room isn't the one shouting, it's the one who understands exactly why everyone else is quiet. You now have the blueprints to the most guarded vaults of human behavior. Use this knowledge to build your fortress, because in a world of predators and prey, the only way to stay safe is to know exactly how the hunt works. Don't just watch the game, own the rules.